if I may give you an example, there's a course I teach, which is democratic studies. And part of the question I asked my student in the examination was, looking at the democracy we are practicing presently in Nigeria, I feel is not actually addressing our problem. Probably it is an important concept. So I asked the student to critique what we have and also come up with a better democratic model so that probably in the future we can have a democracy which is by Nigerians, and it's going to be something, a democracy that is homemade, not a democracy that is, imported. So this is one of the crises we're having in the Nigerian universities or in the education sector. Another problem we're having is the issue of what is entrepreneurship. I think in his first part of his address, he made it very clear that there's a difference between entrepreneurship and intrapreneurship. Because even in the university, we have this myopic understanding of what is entrepreneurship. We see entrepreneurship from the perspective of social sciences, maybe something more related to economics, to accounting, and business, meaning that there is no entrepreneurship in medicine, in engineering, in other field of studies. But it is not true. Entrepreneurship is all-encompassing. It touches every aspect. If you're talking about telemedicine today, you find that there is a blend of engineering, there's technology, there's also the medicine itself. So there's no way we can change. We have to understand that entrepreneurship is not just doing business. Entrepreneurship is to have a mindset that will bring about innovation, creativity in whatever we're doing. It's not restricted to social sciences. And other part of the problem is that in the universities, most of our students graduate with the mindset of wanting to get a job, not actually creating jobs for themselves, because the mindset is, okay, I want to graduate with first class, with a 2-1, and so that I will be able to work in NNPC or CBN and get a very fat salary. So I think these are also the problems why we have Tongston entrepreneurship. When they approached us, when I went, after I had what you call an interface with the CEO, I told the Vice Chancellor, look, this is an opportunity, and this is the problem we have been having in the universities. It's in fact one of the reasons why at the end of every session, what I do at the Center for Entrepreneurship is the instructors teaching my student, I would have to organize a refresher course, a training for them to also understand what is change and what is innovation, because I don't expect you to teach what you thought the other semester and at the same time you teach again, because there's no any value in it. So with Tongston entrepreneurship, I think we're going to do more of this. And what I'm happy about is that it's not just restricted to the staffs of the Center for Entrepreneurship. Is going to cut across all disciplines. Every staff of the university, from the discussion I had with him, everyone will have the opportunity of benefiting from the MOU. And not just with Tongston Entrepreneurship, the Center for Entrepreneurship is also open, because I told my Vice Chancellor, we cannot just pass the students to score an A. Let's go for collaborations. Let's sign MOUs. Let's have industries coming in so that when we understand what is needed in the industry, that is when we give our students the required skills so that they can fit into the industries as soon as they graduate. So I think what Tongston Entrepreneurship is doing is quite timely. We're very grateful, and we'll be doing more and more with Tongston Entrepreneurship. This is just the beginning. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nancy. Yes, I think let me move forward. I think before we take the pictures, he has a flight actually now. He's heading back to Gombe, so that's why I need to quickly go into the work that we are doing with the state government, but also through GOGIS, Gombe State Geographical Information System. Now, it's actually a new agency. It's just like what AGIS is in Nigeria, in Abuja. And before, everything used to be done through the State Ministry of Lands and Survey and all of that. But what the creation of GOGIS was almost, basically that's, to a certain extent, that's entrepreneurial thinking in government. And even the way Dr. Kabir functions within GOGIS, he's thinking, or he's operating like an entrepreneur within government. And so what has happened, the transformation that has happened from the past 1 year since GOGIS was established to this year, and I think actually it's even before a year, right? But sometime around last year, you can clarify. What has happened is that Gombe has eventually, in fact, was it this year or last year, was awarded the number one state in for investment or for doing business by the, yes, exactly, you clarify that actually. And most of it was driven because of the innovations that he has brought in terms of land administration. Because any enterprise, even at home, our personal life, all of it, we have to exist within a land, right? Even water is land, because below the surface of water is actually land. It doesn't exist in thin air. But what Dr. Kabir has been doing with the land administration in Gombe has even further pushed the IGR of Gombe, and also almost made it much easier for investors like ourselves to come in. And it's as a result of that even our intention to set up our campus, our first full campus in Nigeria, to be located in Gombe. It was because of the work that they've been doing, and it's something that I think we're in advanced stages now to conclude. And I didn't put it as part of my presentation, but maybe I will put it in the video if there's time, of the campus. It's going to be the first of its kind, green, sustainable, eco-friendly campus in Africa. And the design of the campus itself was very deliberate to meet all of the objectives of Tongston. So I will leave it to Dr. Kabir to, I see the rain is pouring now, so I will give it to you, sir.
Good morning to you all. Although my flight is 12 o'clock. Engineer Bello has been following Gombe State government to allocate a block of land for almost 3 years, I think. And I was appointed 2 years ago. When Engineer Bello met me, I was highly impressed with the presentation he made regarding Tongston entrepreneurship. I always advise our graduates to think the box, not to be waiting for government to give you a job. I had never worked with any organization in my life, and I graduated like 17 years ago. I was called to serve in Gombe State. I'm a town planner practicing here in Abuja. So I think I'm the best person to tell our graduates not to wait for government to give you work. If you wait for government to give you work, you won't go to anywhere. Even our children, we should be advising them not to think that they are going to work. They should be thinking, since when they are in primary school, they should be thinking what to do after graduation. So in a nutshell, I am here to represent my state government because my governor is not convinced with the project. But I was convinced as an independent person, although now I'm a public servant. What I have seen here, the caliber of people sitting here, I'm going to, in fact, I will even call His Excellency that he should try and allocate this plot of land straight to Bello to go and establish this campus in Gombe State. Inshallah, this is my promise for you, and we are going to give you this plot. I'm highly convinced, and the state government is convinced. Thank you so much, because I don't have much time to talk.